Hi everyone, Letty here. Welcome to hashtag Crafty Goals 2024. I have another 6x6 mega pad smash. I made some nail file holders, a couple of additional projects, all for Etsy. Welcome back everyone. So I'm participating in hashtag Crafty Goals 2024. It's a crafty collab where one of my goals was to smash paper pads. And so I have this I Love School by Echo Park. It's a 6x6 mega pad. So it has 48 double-sided sheets and it is 65 pound. And so it's like a two of your regular 6x6 pads because it's 48 sheets instead of 24. So here's just a quick little flip through. You've got some solids, lots of little cut aparts. And then you also have some pattern papers. It is all double-sided. Here's just a sneak peek of what comes in this pad. So today I'm going to be smashing this. And I did do a 6x6 mega pad smash for this one. I used up everything that came in this pad. I did have some scraps, so these will go back in my stash. But I basically got to a stopping point because a lot of this was just like solids. And then I had one that had some numbers, but the back was like just some small cut aparts. And then I had some of the little hang tag or branding strips at the top of the paper pad, and then some super tiny little bitty cut aparts. And so I figured that I would just be better off putting this back in my stash because this is one of my favorite school collections and I have lots of it. So I'm going to put that back in my stash. I did take out my sticker book that from Echo Park, the I Love School one. Really fun, bright colors in this one. And I did use about 4 sheets. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I used up almost 4 full sheets on this one for my projects. I did bring in some sort of elastic twine or elastic ribbon from Hobby Lobby. This was from a Christmas collection from, it looks like 2018. I'm sure I got that on clearance or at a much bigger discount than what the regular price was. I made these nail file holders. And so I made the bottom base and then all I did was put in a nail file that I purchased from Amazon. I do have a link down below for you if you're interested in that. And then I just packaged them in some Cello bags. I made some coordinating 3x3 tags as well. So these are just some regular little 3x3 cards. I punched a hole, added some elastic ribbon at the top or a little elastic cording. So that way they could, in theory, be wrapped around very easily around the nail file and then given as a present. And so that was the idea there. It is elastic. So in theory, you could also get like a bunch of pencils or highlighters or markers, wrap it inside that little cording. But I'm basically making sets today. So I'm going to sell them on Etsy in a set of 3. So 3 nail files and 3 coordinating little 3x3 tags or note cards. And so the other project I did was some school saving challenge scratcher flips. And so I've showed these on my channel before. These are about 2.5 by 4, the ones that I made today. Basically, you have these scratcher stickers and some numbers under them. They look like that. And so you're able to save money while you sort of, or have fun while you're saving money. You scratch off the number and then that's how much you put aside and save. And in this case, it's a school themed one. So you could be saving up for an upcoming school year or school project or school fundraiser, whatever you want to do. $200 total on that one. And then, what I love is that I cut all 3 projects from one sheet of 6x6 paper. So that one was 3.5 inches wide. And then this was 2.5. This was also about 2.5. And so I got all 3 projects from one sheet of 6x6 paper with very minimal scrap. And then, so I was able to make all 3 of those projects with the bulk of my paper. And then I did use my scraps to make some scrap cards. I made 12 total. I was inspired by the November 2020 Sheetload of Cards by Call Me Crafty Al. I'll link Alicia's channel down below. She asked that you be a subscriber and then you can get access to these fun sketches that she puts out or releases every month. I did alter this quite a bit because I'm not a big fan of white space. So I did stretch out my mats and I made them just a tiny bit larger. I used a full A2 size mat, 4x5 1/4. And then that larger piece, I did keep that directly from the measurements that Alicia has on her sketch. And then that bottom piece, I did just sort of stretch it out to 2 by, I think it was like 3 3/4. And so I just sort of stretched it out. I did keep my sentiment sort of on the left-hand side right there. And then I just decorated with some stickers, some enamel dots on the front cover. On the inside, I did use my scrap. So that cardstock that I used from my mat, I did use that. I cut that down because remember, this pad has a lot of solids. So I was able to cut that down. There was a hole right there from the branding strip, covered it with a little cut apart, added a sticker, super easy. So November 2020 Sheetload. I'll link it down below. So here is a flip through of what these cards look like. These were so fun to make. I think part of it was I was able to use up a lot of these stickers that came in that coordinating sticker pack. And I really like the colors and just everything, the little designs that came in those stickers, the paper pads. These are some of the cut aparts that came in that kit. They're very tiny, but I thought they worked okay for these size cards. So I made 9 of those, and then I made 3 additional ones. I still had lots of scraps left over and a lot of, again, the solid papers as well. And so I just cut them down and used what I had and made some of these 3 additional cards. And I just added some stickers and decorated them with my scraps and things at the front. So again, 12 total scrap cards made using the scraps that I had left over after making these 3 main projects, which were these saving scratcher flips. I made 3 of those. I made 21 nail file holders plus the coordinating tag with the little elastic cording. So again, this was a 6x6 mega paper pad smash. I made several different projects here. This was the I Love School by Echo Park. It was a 6x6 mega pad I had purchased like in a previous warehouse sale from Echo Park. And again, this was for hashtag Crafty Goals 2024, which my goal was to smash small paper pads. I will link everything down below. I have an Etsy link. So thanks for visiting, everyone. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration. As always, happy crafting.